PENGASSAN consents to subsidy removal. PDP appoints acting national chairman to replace Ayu. Benue State Governor Autumn apologizes, withdraws case from tribunal, and court affirms Victor Oye as authentic Afghan national chairman. On the foreign scene, fire kills at least 39 people at migrant detention center near Mexico-US border. And in sports, Saka to become Arsenal's highest paid player, the 9th in the EPL. Details now. The World News at 6 begins with the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASSAN, giving the federal government the go-ahead to remove petrol subsidy, despite the inability of local refineries to resume operations. PENGASSAN President Comrade Festus Osifo confirmed the position of the association while speaking with reporters at its national executive meeting. The president explained that since the crude oil, which constitutes about 90% of the product cost, is sold at international price, the difference between the imported and locally produced petrol will be negligible. On this development, VOP News went on the streets of Lagos to ask citizens what they think about the removal of fuel subsidy.
Yeah, well, for the Nigerian government, whatever they like, let them do. Whether with subsidy or not, we will still survive as Nigerians. But I don't think it's a good idea for them to remove the fuel subsidy. But it has always been like that. There was a time, I think about some years ago, we suffered it a lot. But this time around, every Nigerian don't so if they like, let them remove it. If they like, let them not.
Well, as for me, I would say the petroleum marketers and the government, I don't know, they shouldn't go with this decision they're trying to make, because it's going to affect us even more than the cashless policy. The country now is in a situation whereby we need something that will help us like get off the suffering we're already passing through already. So we just need something like that to just, our government should just at least know that there are some people that can't afford all these daily things that were like our daily life. But right now we just need the government to help us to not go by that decision. And when petroleum price now then increases now, the price of transportation is still increases with the petroleum prices, and then the salaries and the earnings from our employees and our employers and all this is not going to make us survive in the country. We're all going to be begging in the street, and it's not going to be nice for a citizen of the country to beg. So
subsidy is okay, but why it's not good for Nigeria, the country we are? The money that we even say that they will recover from the first subsidy, they're not going to use it for the benefit of the citizens, because the cabal that are there, they are the one that is eating the money for calling it a subsidy. But if they leave it, it will benefit us, because I'm not supporting of removing the subsidy, because you can't gain anything from it.
One thing about Nigerians is that all the governments of this nation, they are scam. They don't like the poor masses. Removing first subsidy is not even the problem of this country. Even if they say that they want to remove this first subsidy, the money, what are they going to use the money to do? At least they did their worst during the election, whereby the person that win the election was not given to. INEC was bought, so many things was bought, and the person that people did not want eventually win the election. So even with this issue of this fuel subsidy and all that, even though they removed the subsidy, assuming they have a tangible thing that they want to use the money to do, we know, because we Nigerians, we are born with suffering. What even this federal government that we are even talking about, what are we gaining from them? Removing subsidy or not removing it will not even solve the problem. Thank you.
You see, the issue of removing the subsidy is totally unaccepted by youth. Federal government don't know what they are doing. They are just there for them selfish interests. They don't want to know whether any other person exists. So they should not try it, whether they like it or not. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't really support me the government remove this subsidy because things go dey very difficult for people and it affects many the masses. So actually,
5 now. So, but if they can be able to bring it down, I would like it. There's no need of selling for 500 naira or 600 naira. This country is somehow everywhere is dry. Nothing is moving. So if where can we be getting money to buy for 500 naira, 600 naira? Even this 185 is not easy for us to buy it. So it's not possible. It's not good.
You have just listened to Lagosians giving their opinion on the issue of fuel subsidy removal. Meanwhile, the leadership of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has replaced its suspended national chairman, Iyorchia Ayu, with one of his deputies, Umar Damagum. The National Working Committee of the People's Democratic Party today announced the replacement of the suspended chairman of the party, with the Northern National Vice Chairman, Umar Damagum, as the acting chairman of the PDP. Announcing the appointment at an emergency meeting, the National Publicity Secretary of the PDP, Debo Ologunagba, at a press conference said that the action was due to the High Court order of March 27, 2023 in Benue State, restraining Ayu from parading himself as the party's chairman. The former chairman's suspension came last Thursday over alleged anti-party activities after many other chieftains in the party had also been suspended. In the meantime, the Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom today appealed to those he may have offended in the course of his service as governor of the state to forgive him. He also declared his decision to withdraw the case he instituted at the Election Petition Tribunal, where he was challenging the victory of the senator-elect of the Benue Northwest Senatorial District, Titus Zam, in the February 25 presidential and National Assembly elections. The governor, while reacting to his loss, then had argued that he was going to challenge the outcome of the election in court, as he hinged his decision to what he described as non-transmission of results. While addressing journalists today after meeting with stakeholders from his constituency and members of his campaign council at Government House in Makurdi, Ortom said that he had decided to withdraw his case at the tribunal. He added that the decision to withdraw his case from the court was in the interest of peace and without prejudice to the suits filed by other candidates of his party, the PDP. The governor, however, reassured the people of the state that he will continue to provide selfless service in all sectors of development to the end of his tenure on May 29, 2023. In another development, the Federal High Court in Abuja today affirmed Victor Oye as the lawful and legitimate national chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA. The court kicked out Edozie Njoku, who had been laying claims to the highest office in the political party. Justice James Omotosho, in a judgment, held that by the judgments of the Federal High Court, the Court of Appeal, and later the Supreme Court, it was clear that Victor Oye is the legitimate national chairman of the party. The court condemned the action of a legal practitioner, C.N. Nwagu, for deliberately misleading the court and causing unnecessary confusion that wasted the judicial time of the court. Justice Omotosho said that Nwagu failed to act as minister in the Temple of Justice, adding that his conduct was unbecoming of a legal practitioner of his status. In a tragic development, an auto crash has claimed the lives of 24 people on Monday night in Lavun local government area of Niger State. The truck conveying the passengers was heading to Lagos from Zaria with 87 persons on board. According to the sector commander of the Niger State sector of the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, Kumar Tuskwan, who made this known in a copy of First Accident Report, the accident occurred in Etsu village. He noted that 24 passengers traveling from Zaria to Lagos died in an auto crash involving a truck carrying 87 people at Etsu village in Lavun local government area of the state. He said the accident, which was a lone accident, occurred at around 10 p.m. along Bida Mokwa. He said 17 males, 4 females and 4 children died in the lone Sino truck accident, adding that 45 others were injured and taken to the hospital for treatment. He also said that the corpses have been deposited in the mortuary while the victims were evacuated from the site of the accident to the General Hospital in Kutigi for medical attention. You are currently listening to the World News at 6 on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. After the break, foreign stories and sports. Just stay with us. Welcome back. Now on the foreign scene, at least 39 people have died in a fire at a migration center in Ciudad Juarez, a city on Mexico's border with the United States, officials said today. Authorities affirmed that the fire at the office of the National Migration Institute broke out after they picked up a group of migrants from the streets of the city and detained them. The cause of the fire or the victims' nationalities have not been released by Mexico's National Migration Institute, who have launched an investigation into the blaze which left 29 people injured. However, Guatemala's Institute of Migration later confirmed that at least 28 Guatemalan nationals were among those killed. Mexico's President Andrés Manuel López Obrador also provided other details, saying migrants from Central America and some Venezuelans were in the shelter. The names and nationalities of those others who unfortunately lost their lives has not been ascertained, according to the president. And in sports, Arsenal player Bukayo Saka is set to sign a new long-term contract with the football club. While his present contract was due to expire in the summer of 2024, it is hopeful the winger will extend it to 2028. With this deal, he is expected to earn 4 times his current salary and become the Ghana's highest paid player. Daily Mail revealed that Saka, who earns a weekly wage of £70,000 per week, is on the verge of signing a contract worth a cool £300,000 per week. According to Capology, Saka will become the joint 9th highest paid player in the Premier League when he officially puts pen to paper. Saka has played a pivotal role as the Gunners occupy top spot in the Premier League with 10 games remaining. He started every match for Arsenal in England's top tier this season, scoring 12 goals and recording 11 assists. And that's it on the World News at 6. Just before we wrap up, let's take a look at the headlines again. PENGASSAN consents to subsidy removal. PDP appoints acting national chairman to replace Ayu. Benue State Governor Autumn apologizes and withdraws case from tribunal. Court affirms Victor Oye as authentic Afghan national chairman. On the foreign scene, fire kills at least 39 people at migrant detention center near Mexico-US border. And in sports, Saka to become Arsenal's highest paid player and the 9th in the EPL. And that's it on the World News at 6. My name is Chioma Innocent. Please follow our social media handles at VOP903FM. For coverage of your live events and brand news mentioned on our news bulletins, please send a mail to news@voiceofthepeople.ng.